Go ahead.
Mr. Thompson, even under your primary theory, however, isn't inevitable that there will be questions about the meaning of statutes enacted by the legislature to govern elections? So isn't it inevitable that the state courts are going to have to interpret those provisions? And isn't it inevitable that state election officials in the executive branch are going to have to make decisions about all sorts of little things that come up concerning the conduct of elections?
I'd like to make 2 points about that, Your Honor. First of all, our theory does not relate to the interpretation of statutes. Chief Justice Rehnquist's concurrence in Bush versus Gore was focused on that issue, and that's a separate issue. Under our primary theory, we take state law, however it's interpreted by the state Supreme Court, as given. And so there isn't a matter of having to, I just want to be clear, we're not talking about statutes. Point one. Point two, under our theory, because this power has been vested in the state legislature, that there are non-delegation principles apply, and they can delegate this authority to local and state officials, and all 50 states have done that, but they just need to accompany it by an intelligible principle.
Well, if your theory doesn't apply to statutes, what would happen if all the provisions of the North Carolina Constitution on which the state Supreme Court relied were statutory? So there's a statute that says elections in North Carolina shall be free, and the North Carolina Supreme Court said, well, what that means is that there can't be any partisan gerrymandering, districting has to be done under one of these methods that we set out. That would be okay?
No, because that would be a violation of, there would be no standard, there would be no rule, and the state courts would be seizing that power from the legislature. I'm just pointing out here, Your Honor, we're not coming to the court on a statute, but that statute would be permissible. That statute would be permissible, but not for this type of claim. So if there were some other claim where they said, well, the election isn't free because, there's not one person, one vote. Okay, well, that's a judicially manageable standard.